Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
And I'm Johnny 5.
And why are you Johnny 5 tonight?
I was wondering if you'd ask, because you didn't ask last week.
I didn't ask last week.
Because this is the week after last week.
But it was a little bit weird because we were outside.
It was completely different. But what I was going to say then...
I was really thrown off by that, actually. But
what I was going to say then, and what I will still say now, is because of the 5 rings in the Olympics.
Oh, what a good call.
I'm seeing those all over the place, so, yeah.
So
there's 5 rings in the Olympics.
We already talked about the
There's
Olympics,
5 in yeah. So we don't have to talk more about the Olympics.
There's just a few more days, and I don't really care for the closing ceremonies like I do the opening. It's kind of done by then.
They should just sing "So Long Farewell" and
that would be
pretty
funny,
epic, right?
Yeah. I had a friend who actually recreated the beginning. You know, when they're sitting on the lake.
Yes.
And she's got the guitar.
Yes.
I guess that's not "So Long Farewell." That's what's the other song?
Do Re
Mi.
Yeah.
And they recreated that with a person on their staff that looked just like Maria from Julie Andrews from Sound of Music. So there's your random whatever.
Speaking of random whatever.
Random whatever.
This is our tips episode.
It is our tips episode. So we're going to tell you a bunch of random tips at what to do at Disneyland when it's busy.
Yeah.
And we often
the Disneyland Resort.
Separate videos that are like a minute long to do this, but we thought we'd just throw a bunch of them into one place and help you. So
kind of your go-to stop for it's busy today. Load up a YouTube on your iPhone and check this out, and we'll give you some guidance.
Busy day. What's the first thing you like to do on a busy day?
First thing I like to do on a busy day, actually, maybe not the first thing, but what I've been finding recently is the quietest food place is.
So it's all about food for you.
Well, that's one of the things that I'm noticing.
Okay.
Because I love the pretzel bites and the cozy cone, and no one goes there. It's the one cone that doesn't have.
So our first tip is going to be about food. Where to get food on a busy day.
Yeah.
So cozy cone.
Cozy cone, yes.
Yes, and it's for the pretzel bites. Because if you go for the chili con queso, cone queso, long line,
so long.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. But if it's a crowded hot day, the grape. I think that's the grape one, right? No, that's the apple. It's Red's apple freeze. The apple freeze at the this is cone number 4. I'll forgive him. The cone concoctions, I believe, is where the apple freeze is, and that's all there is pretzels and apple freeze, and the apple freeze is delicious.
Another great place to go on a hot day is if you go over to the Grand Californian Hotel.
Oh yeah.
And Whitewater Snacks. It's hardly ever a long line. It's air conditioned. It's got a beautiful view. There's lots of trees and stuff. It's a great place to get a snack on a hot day.
Nice. Or crowded.
Hot, crowded day. I kind of assume if it's hot, it's going to be crowded because everybody's like, let's go to Disneyland and ride on Grizzly River. And it'll be great.
That's another tip. Don't go for the water rides because those are going to be the longest lines possible.
And actually, the Pacific Wharf hasn't been too bad of lines lately either.
Really?
There's lots of different options there. So if you just time it on basically eat any time when other people aren't. So don't eat between 12 and 1 or actually 11 and 1. If you eat towards the 11 end or a little bit after the 1 end, you'll probably get shorter lines.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing to do. If you're looking for attractions that aren't too long on a busy day,
trying to think.
Well, the obvious one is Winnie the Pooh. Easy to get into.
Yeah.
Or any of the show attractions, so like Captain EO, Muppets, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and if it's still summer, you can see the Voices of Liberty beforehand. Great way to hang out as you're enjoying.
And air conditioning?
Yeah, they even tell you it's air conditioning. I think that's kind of funny because it's like, whatever. You can go listen to one of the piano players at Coke Corner.
Yeah.
Get some.
I haven't been in a while, so clearly nobody goes in. The cinema halfway down Main Street, is that pretty crowded?
That's a great place.
Yeah.
And it's really good air conditioning there too.
Nice place to
Innoventions.
Innoventions.
I'm a little bit embarrassed to say, but there's some really fun video games down there. And Murray the bellhop and I may have spent an hour and a half playing a race game a couple weeks ago.
Who won?
Well, we were taking turns. So I think I won because I finished the race, and I don't remember if he actually could. Because it was a little bit touchy. But the cool part was when you like hit another car, like you could knock their bumper off.
Wow.
And like make individual damages. But that's not really a tip. That's more about the games than the actual thing. Another good tip is if you're going to watch the parade, generally the first parade seems to be less busy than the second parade in either park. And probably because there's more sun and it's hotter.
Yeah.
So,
I was actually walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. And
I think you really need to sing that, but go ahead.
I'm walking right down the middle of Main Street, Anyway, I wonder if the snaps get picked up by our nifty microphones. By the way, we're going to spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
But, no, and someone said, why is everybody sitting over there? The parade's going to be starting pretty soon. Why is everyone sitting on one side? I'm like, dude, they're all in the shade, and there's no shade over there. So if you really want a spot for the parade...
Which, during the 50th, when it was a really busy wait time, I would show up like a half an hour or 45 minutes before the parade and just pick the sunniest spot, and I always had a perfect view.
Exactly. So if
not the most comfortable,
get some
but you don't have to wait as long.
get a personal fan, get one of those Mister bottles, something where you can stand in the sun for a little bit of time, and you don't have to wait so long for the parade, which means you have more time to do attractions.
Exactly.
Right up until the parade time.
Yeah, and then time the attractions. If you want to go on a busier attraction, make sure you get your fast pass early in the day. Radiator Springs is pretty much the biggest attraction to hit right now. Get there right as the park opens. Either try to get a fast pass or wait in the line right then, because it's probably the shortest line it's going to be of the day.
Yeah, basically.
Otherwise, go single rider. If you don't mind riding separately, which we're okay with.
Because sometimes you can be in opposite cars and then you're racing your friend, and that's cooler.
Happened, I think. Yeah, I don't remember if that was with you, but I've had that happen before, and it's a lot of fun. And then you can also get your fast pass for World of Color if that's your choice for the day too.
Yeah. And you know what? They've been having World of Color fast passes pretty good into the middle, into 3 o'clock. Still, they'll have fast passes. So
that's a pretty good thing to do.
Yeah, but do know, if you have a large group of people coming, they all have to be in the park in order to get those fast passes. You can't just send one person ahead with tickets.
Activated.
Yeah, they have to have gone through the turnstiles. So just be aware of that.
Yeah,
but shouldn't be a problem.
And yeah, that's true. Another good place to go during busy seasons is you can go to the Opera House, or not Opera House, the one in totally spacing, Golden Horseshoe. We talked about it last week.
Yes, yeah.
Golden Horseshoe. It's not too busy now with the Billies back into the ranch area. It seems a lot of the crowd has moved over there too, and it's so much bigger that it accommodates it really well. So actually both places are a good place to go, and it's not too insanely busy. You can also go on the Mark Twain or the Columbia, which both have been sailing around the rivers of America. Tom Sawyer Island is never too insanely busy.
And even if it is, that's just fun.
You can play.
I've never seen it so packed you can't move.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun, like kids chasing each other and playing pirates and whatever. They don't play Tom Sawyer anymore. I wonder why.
I don't know. I have to find out.
My desk is moving. Yikes.
California Adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
Aladdin. Did you
Aladdin.
Aladdin?
Oh, definitely Aladdin. You have to wait a little bit, but it's totally worth the wait. The air conditioning is
the wait
amazing.
doesn't depend on the crowd.
Right.
You'll still get into the same show.
Yeah, you'll get in. And pretty much all the seats are decent. There's some that are better than others, but you're going to be okay.
Which realistically, the last couple times I've been really close to the stage, and I feel like I'm missing a lot because stuff happens behind you.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of...
It's a very different...
You're looking straight up at some things that are happening, so if you're back a little bit or up...
it's a very different experience. And fireworks now, there's really not too much of a line. If you don't mind waiting and just watching on Main Street, you can show up 20 minutes before the show. And that's just not too insane either. I think that's a great way to do it.
Personally, my favorite thing to do on crowded days,
what is
and this sounds so weird, but I like to go with friends who don't get to go that often, and I will just hold spots. I'll go and sit by the rivers of America with a book and let them go play, and then they have a seat for Fantasmic
or whatever. Yeah.
So if you are the type of person who goes all the time, like us.
And there is a secret for Fantasmic. If you want to get a good spot for Fantasmic, go in the second row. It's higher up. There's that fence that goes around behind the rose bushes. Get front row right behind the rose bushes. It's a great place to watch. You do stand, but that's great because then you're above everybody and it looks awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So those are some of our tips.
Those are a few of them. If you have other questions that you'd like us to answer, we'd be more than happy to, because we are flying a little bit blind. We just had a random person say, hey, we want your Disneyland busy day tips. And we're like, okay, we'll do busy day tips.
I know we have a lot of people who watch this show who go to Disney a lot themselves. So if you have good Disney tips,
email them to us.
I was going to say video response.
Or video response, and we'll respond to them next week.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be fun. And we will be traveling this weekend.
We will. We'll be in St. Louis.
We'll hopefully have a really cool really cool clip for you this weekend. Yeah. And we hope you'll like it, and it'll be a blast. And
we don't know what it is yet, but we'll figure it out.
It will not be me going up in the arch. I can just tell you that.
Which means it'll probably be me going up in the arch.
You can go up in the arch. That'd be fun.
I don't know. We'll figure
Comments.
it out.
What would you like? Yeah, we'd love to see it. We'd also love if you'd subscribe.
Yes, subscribe.
Subscriptions are awesome, and
share with your friends.
Makes us feel good. I mean, that's worth it right there, I think.
Exactly.
Just to make him smile and Blue Bear smile. Don't you love Blue Bear? What do you think of Blue Bear? Comments. Yeah, that's Johnny's best friend, Blue Bear. Why do we?
I don't know.
We couldn't come up with a better name than Blue Bear, but no, that's Blue Bear. So that is about all the time we have this week. So we'll see you around the corner.
Geek out.